Hello, my name is Claire Kellenbeck and I'm the member of opposition. Today I'm going to provide a rebuttal followed by my two pieces of positive matter. My first piece of positive matter is that invasive species are known to help restore ecosystems. My second piece of positive matter is that invasive species provide food to humans and animals. Now I will get into my rebuttal. My opponent argued that invasive species are making humans more susceptible to disease and death. She specifically mentioned the lionfish. According to the World Lionfish Hunters Association, lionfish are not harmful to humans and can in fact be eaten. I will go more in depth into this during my second piece of positive matter. Secondly, she argued that invasive species have more harmful effects on the environment than beneficial ones. However, humans naturally affect the environment that they occupy. Nature is in a constant state of flux, always shifting and readjusting as new relationships form between species, and not all of these relationships are bad just because they are created by humans or novel. Getting into my first piece of positive matter, invasive species are known to help restore ecosystems. Tomas Carlo, an assistant professor of biology at Penn State University, has conducted a study in the Happy Valley region of Pennsylvania on honeysuckle. They determined that the abundance of honeysuckle predicted the numbers and diversity of birds within the region. Honeysuckle benefits birds by providing them with a source of food in the fall, while birds benefit honeysuckle by dispersing the plant seeds. Returning this particular ecosystem to its honeysuckle-free state could harm many species of native birds that now seem to rely on honeysuckle as a major food source. In this region of Pennsylvania, there are now 3 to 4 times more fruit-eating birds, such as robins and catbirds, than there were just 30 years ago. Overall, invasive species could serve to restore ecological balance by providing essential food resources to native migratory birds that populate areas affected by humans. They could fill niches in degraded ecosystems and help restore native biodiversity in an inexpensive and self-organized way that requires little or no human intervention. Getting rid of invasive species could potentially ruin current ecosystems that have adapted and established balanced relationships. Finally, a lot of the attempts to remove invasive species fail because they are so embedded within the ecosystem. If they are problematic, the invasive species needs to be dealt with locally. Now getting into my second piece of positive matter. A lot of invasive species can be used as food sources for both human and animal consumption. As I mentioned earlier, lionfish is a well-known invasive species that is eaten in a lot of places. It has to be prepared in a certain way, but it is edible and served at many restaurants. They have been shown to be higher in heart-healthy omega-3 fatty acids and lower in saturated fats and heavy metals such as mercury. The snakehead is another fish that is being increasingly consumed. It is native to China and has recently been found in Maryland. Giant Asian tiger shrimp has been found in Alabama waters, and they can be prepared like any other U.S. shrimp. Additionally, the feral hog found in Texas, originally from Europe, is a wild boar that can be prepared like any other pig. Besides meat, other edible invasive species include dandelions, fennel, prickly pears, Himalayan blackberries, and garlic mustard, among many others. Additionally, the Japanese knotweed, which my opponent claimed to have been hurting the ecosystem, is also edible. As I mentioned earlier, a lot of animals rely on invasive species as food sources, such as the honeysuckle that is consumed by fruit-eating birds. Eating invasive species is one way to help prevent the spread of them. The Prime Minister mentioned a prevention and management plan, but never explained exactly what the plan was. It worries me to spend so much money on something so vague when the money could be used more wisely elsewhere. The timeline stated that within a year, laws and regulations are going to be enacted. It was never stated who was enacting the laws or what the laws were going to be. Legislation will not solve this problem. It is an environmental and scientific issue that needs to be more thoroughly researched before $221.8 million is spent. Additionally, a prevention and management program would be a waste of money because the main cause of the spreading of invasive species is through trade and travel. It is physically impossible to stop trade and travel, and therefore the movement of species will never stop. It is estimated that at least 7,000 species are in transition each day. So this prevention and management plan that my opponents are proposing will be a waste of time, money, and energy. Enacting a plan so large will not solve the issue. To conclude, invasive species have beneficial impacts on ecosystems and society as a whole, benefiting plants, animals, and humans. Thank you.